Hey, good morning, guys. This is Met Rivers, and I wanted to ask you a question. I wanted to know, who's your employer? Before I got back into this industry, I was working at this place called ML. Let's say those are the initials, and they got bought out by BAC, for example. And every couple of weeks, I got a paycheck. Just like everybody else on my floor. And some were larger, some were pretty much the same. The vast majority of our checks were pretty much the same. No matter what your abilities were as far as your performance on the phone, paychecks were not far apart. There's not a big discrepancy there. The difference between the people that were in the little corner offices was the time that they stood on that floor. And, they had qualifications, a lot of schooling. But when I consider that fact, not that I wanted that position that they had, but when I considered a time and I looked at their day and how many hours a week that they spent on that floor, hovering over desks, reviewing this and reprimanding this person. I mean, it just didn't compute to me. And when I looked at my paycheck, it was like, okay, this person signing it, I don't know who this person is, but this is obviously the person, that's running things, one of the people that's running things. And then, you have the big company name at the top and the middle, but, that was my employer back then. Who's your employer now? It's pretty much the same scenario. There's somebody who signed that check that's off on the beach somewhere, off on their yacht, while they got the masses pretty much doing all the grunt work so he can live lavish, which is fine. That's corporate America, that's business, that's the way our system works, which I can accept that. But I had to get away from that model. You know what I mean? You want to know who my employer is now? My employer is my desire to have the body that I want to sculpt over the next 50 years. My employer is my desire to live the lifestyle that I want to live until the end of time. My employer is my desire to do great things with my son and be in his life, and we can just travel this world and do whatever at the drop of a hat without any worries about money. My employer is my desire to go win financially for me and my family because they deserve it. My employer is my desire to get out of this rat race that everybody seems to be on and accepting day in and day out. See, your circumstances won't change unless you change them, but my employer is my desire to go win. I want to see you at the top, guys. This is Met signing out. Peace.